The ballooning murder figures prompted a press briefing today with the police commissioner outlining an action plan to tackle the crime wave spiraling across the country.
Police Chief George Quayle was speaking at his Old Hope Road St Andrew offices. Many of the plans he outlined are not in fact new, but today Commissioner Quayle insisted the force would get done what has so far failed to do so, to bring murders under control.
As TVJ's Herman Green now reports, he also outlined a troubling challenge facing cops.
His first press conference since taking office, Commissioner of Police George Quayle was expected to give some amount of reassurance following concerns about a 19% increase in the number of murders over last year. With the most recent multiple murder happening Tuesday morning, the immediate response, he says, will be a greater reliance on the Special Powers Provision Act.
This will allow for cordon and search, curfews and detention for preventative and investigative purposes. I am aware that some of these strategies will inconvenience citizens, but in the interest of safety and security, I crave your patience and understanding.
In spite of the increased police presence being promised, Mr. Quayle says he has given instructions to ensure the rights of Jamaicans are not abused. Other previously implemented measures that he says have worked in the past will also be revived, such as
containment measures which will target gangs and mobile armed criminals. Disruptive tactics to deny freedom of movement and freedom of action. Increased patrol presence in crime hotspots. We are committing to permanent presence in some very volatile communities to protect citizens while we work to flush out criminal elements.
But since this new response is based on measures that should already be in place, the commissioner was asked why Jamaicans should expect a different outcome this time around.
There is very little new in law enforcement. What is different is how it will be applied and the energies that we bring to it. We have a workforce that is far more motivated, and so we are committed to the task, and I'm convinced that there will be a difference in the very near future.
The commissioner also corroborated the security minister's statement that some 70% of the recent murders are gang-related, but said the general concern was justified as these feuds sometimes spill over to relatives and associates. He has one main concern, however, which he says hampers police crime-fighting efforts: the average 7-year delay before cases go to court with a conviction achieved.
As an example, last week, Mr. Derek Knight, Assistant Commissioner of Police, gave evidence in a matter for which the accused was charged in 2005 when he was a deputy superintendent.
He says at that rate, persons arrested this year for murders may be given bail and not go before the courts until 2024. Herman Green, TVJ News.